Good morning, one and all. So today we'll start with this module number 4, bit number 1, that is the computer numerically control. Bit number 2 of module number 4, that is robotics part, has been already completed. So the only remaining part in this module is computer numerical control, that is popularly known as a CNC. Okay, we'll start with this CNC. Now, what is CNC? So before going to CNC, one should understand what do you mean by NC. So the long form of NC is numerical control. So numerical control of machine tools may be defined as method of automation in which various functions of machine tools are controlled by letters, numbers and symbols. See here, you are already worked on lathe machine, milling machine, drilling machine, shaper machine. So these are all known as a traditional machines where the control of all the equipment or machine elements has been done with the help of a manual. The operator is going to be handle and operator is going to be change every parameters to complete the work. But here in the numerical control, as the name indicates, numerical control, the various functions of a machine tools has been accomplished with the help of a letters, numbers and symbols. So these letters, numbers and symbols are arranged in a systematic manner and fed into a punched tape. That punched tape is inserted into a tape recorder, which is placed in a numerically controlled machine, and according to the these numbers or letters or symbols has been specified, the various functions of a machine tools are going to be controlled. So this is the next version of the traditional machine known as a NC machine. Now, what do you mean by CNC? Computer numerical control. So here the numerical control machine tools may be defined as the method of automation in which various functions of a machine tools are controlled by programs. Instead of letters, numbers and symbols used in a NC machine, here the various functions of a machine tools are controlled by a set of instructions known as a program. The programmer is going to be write the program according to the requirement of a workpiece, and that set of instructions are going to be fed into the computer, and that set of programs known as set of instructions known as a programs, and according to the programs the functions, various functions of a machine tools are going to be controlled to accomplish the workpieces. This is known as a CNC. So how you are going to define the CNC? CNC is the machine tool in which the various functions of a machine tools are controlled by a set of instructions known as a program. Now coming to the automatic functions of a CNC. So what important functions the CNC machines may have or may is going to be done? Starting and stopping of the machine spindle. So here in the traditional machine, the operator is to start the machine spindle, and after completion the operator has to stop the spindle. So here the machine stop and machine tool on, it is going to be done with the help of a CNC, that is automatic. Controlling the spindle speed. So various in a single machine we are going to be do the different operations, right? So drilling need different speed, reaming need different speed, thread cutting need or tapping need different speed. So in traditional machine the operator is used to change the spindle speed according to the operation, but here already we have mentioned the different speed for the different operation in the program itself. Therefore the controlling of a spindle speed is very easy in the automatic this machines known as a CNC machines. Changing tools in a spindle. So here the automatic tool changer is used. So due to that the tool is going to be changed automatically according to the operations to be carried out. Then controlling the rate of movement of a tool tip. So the tool compensation has been mentioned here. Due to the tool compensation, the movement of the tool is automatically done with the help of a CNC. Then positioning of a tool tip at a desired location and guiding it long desired path with automatic control slides. So with the help of a G codes and M codes, the position of a tool, the movement of a tool is carried out with the automatically with the help of a this CNC machine. So these are the some important functions of a CNC. Now coming to the basic components of a NC system. So here in the basic components is consisting, sorry, it is not a NC, make it a correction, basic components of a CNC system, right? So basic components of a CNC system, program is there, machine control unit is there, and processing equipment is nothing but the machine is there. So how the CNC machine is going to be work, right? So here the program, as I told you, program is nothing but it is a set of instructions. It is a set of instructions. Set of instructions prepared in the particular manner is known as a program. So whatever the which type of work, whether you are going to be done with a drilling operation, whether you are going to be done with a turning operation, milling operation, depend upon the type of operation and a type of number of operations, the program is going to be written. So the program is stored into a computer. Then the equipment. So here the program and the processing equipment is connected with the help of a MCU, that is machine control unit. So machine control unit read the program and it manipulates the program and it sends the signals to a processing equipment to perform the particular task. Let us consider you are writing here a drilling program. So the machine control unit it reads the program content and it is manipulating and it transfer in terms of a signals to the this processing equipment. Then the actual drilling operation is going to be performed here. In this way the this CNC machine is going to be operated. So basic components of a CNC machine is number one is a program, number two is a machine control unit, number three the processing equipment. Program is a set of instructions written in a systematic manner. Machine control unit is a it is the intermediate part between the program and the processing equipment. Machine control units read the program, manipulate the program and transfers in terms of a signals to a processing equipment. And finally processing equipment is a it is a workstation where actual working is going to be takes place. It takes the signals from machine control unit and according to the signals transferred by MCU it performs its operation. Okay, this is known as a basic components of a CNC. Now coming to the motion control system. See, there are two types of motion control system used in a CNC machines. One is a point to point positioning, another one is a continuous path or contouring or control positioning, right? Now point to point positioning control, in the sense the tool is moving rapidly. The tool is moving rapidly from one point to the another point, right? See here, tool starting point. So tool is starting from this point. This is the tool path and the tool is directly going to be stopped on the this point number one where the drilling is going to be done. Then after completion of drilling operation it is directly fastly move to the point number two. Another drilling operation is going to be done and after completion of this it is directly passed to the point number three. It means the movement of a tool is rapid here. Okay, point to point means it is a rapid traverse. The movement of the tool is very fast here, right? Now let us consider this work part in which three holes are going to be made. We are going to be made the three holes positioned at a different places in a single work part. Now if you use point to point control, that is a positioning control. So if you give the coordinates for this particular point, the tool will move directly to the point number one very rapidly, right? Then it is going to be done hole here. The drilling is going to be done after the completion of drilling hole. Next, if you give the coordinates at this point x and y value, the tool will move very rapidly to the this point, right? So similarly, so the movement of a tool from one point to the another point very fast or very rapidly is known as a point to point control system. Then second one is a continuous path contouring system. Okay, let us consider this is the work part where the the material is going to be cut according to the profile. So this is the work profile. So the material should be cut according to the work profile. So continuous path is nothing but it is the motion of a tool. It is a motion of a tool according to the path provided by the work part. Path provided by the work part. That's what is known as the continuous path. And one more important thing is that here the this line distance is equals to the radius of a tool. Okay, see here, this is the tool and this is the radius of tool. So line distance, this is the tool path, this is the profile. So the line distance is equals to the radius of a tool path. So if we give the coordinates of these points, so here it is a linear, it is a circular, it is a circular, it is a linear. So by giving the coordinates for each and every point, the tool will move in a particular specified path, and that type of a method is known as a continuous path control or a contouring control. Okay, next one. There are two types of positioning systems are there. These are very important to write the program. These plays very important role. Okay, absolute positioning system, incremental positioning system. Absolute positioning system, incremental positioning system. Okay, so with only one diagram I will explain both absolute and incremental. First we will go through the absolute positioning system. See, these are comes under the motion control system. Absolute positioning system is nothing but the when the tool is moving from one position to another position to complete the work part. Okay, so in the absolute, so first you consider this part. Okay, this is the x direction, this is the y direction, and this is the 0 position. Okay, now this line is, this dotted line is the, let us consider the, this is the work part. Okay, this is the work part. The coordinates for this point is 20 20, in the sense x20 y20. See here, this 20 stands for x, this 20 stands for y. So the coordinates for this particular point is x is 20, y is 20. So the coordinates for this point, particular point, is x20 y20. Let us consider this point. Right now, what are the coordinates for this point? Let us see here. X is 40. See here, from here it is x is 40. So first letter always is this x, and y here it is 50. So coordinates for this point is 40 50. Got the point? How to give the coordinates for the particular point? For this particular point, here it is the x is 20, y is 20. For this particular point, what are the x and y values? X is 40. See here, if you drop the perpendicular line here, so x is 40 and y is 50. Now coming to the absolute positioning system. In the absolute positioning system, the coordinates are taken, always the coordinates are taken from the origin. Always the coordinates are taken from origin. This is the origin. This 0 point is the origin. From here the x starts, from here it is the y starts. The values of x and y starts from this point. This point is known as a origin. Now in the absolute coordinates system or absolute positioning system, all the values for different coordinates, all the values of different coordinates are taken from origin. Now let us see with the absolute coordinate system, all the values are taken from this. Means for this particular point, what are the coordinates of in the absolute positioning? See, from this point. Now let us consider x is 20, y is 20. So 20 20. See here, for the work head, presently the point it is 20 20, absolute versus incremental, right? So in the absolute it is for 20 20. Now similarly, in the same absolute positioning, what are the coordinates of this point? See here, you are measuring from the origin. Remember, in the absolute coordinates system, always you are measuring from the origin. So the coordinates for this particular point is x is 40, y is 50. X is 40, y is 50. Okay. Then coming to the incremental positioning system. See, the difference between the absolute and incremental is, in the absolute, always you are taking the values with respect to the origin. But here in the incremental, the next value, for the next value, the previous point is the origin. For the next coordination system, the previous point is the origin. In every time, if you want to mention the next coordinate, the previous one is the origin. But in the absolute positioning system, whenever you are taking any point on the diagram, all with respect to the origin. Now see here for the incremental. So initially for this point the coordinates are 2020 because starting from this point 2020. So here it is in the first 2020. For the second point, see here, it is very important to understand here. For the incremental positioning system, to specify the coordinates for this point, this previous point is the origin. In the incremental positioning system, as the name indicates, incremental means to specify the coordinates for this point, the previous point is the origin. Now let us consider this point as a origin and calculate the values for this coordinate, right? So here from if it is a origin, so for this point the coordinates are x is 20, y is 30. See, x is 20, y is 30. What is the point? So this is the way to describe the absolute positioning system or absolute coordination system and incremental positioning system or incremental coordinate system. Remember, in the absolute all the values are taken with respect to the origin always. If you want to mention any point, you should take the origin as a reference point or origin as a reference point as a origin. But here in the incremental, if you want to mention the values for the particular coordinates, the previous point is the origin. The previous point is the origin. Okay. So most probably in all programs you are referring absolute positioning system. Okay. We'll discuss later on. Now coming to the CNC part programming. So in the CNC part programming, before starting to the programming, so once you should understand what do you mean by reference point, what do you mean by machine origin, what do you mean by program origin, what do you mean by part origin. So for lathe operation, see here, this is the jaw in which the workpiece is going to be mounted. So at the end of the workpiece, at the center point, we are calling it as a part origin, as it is a work part. So it is a part origin. And in the lathe operation, this value stands for X and this value stands for Z. Okay, here X and Z values are only going to be used in the lathe. So this values stands for X and this value stands for Z. If you want to give the depth here, the Z always it is minus. Now coming to the program origin. So program origin always it is stands for the tip of the tool. Okay, it is the tool post, it is the tool. The tip of the tool is nothing but the program origin. And machine origin is nothing but it is the machine spindle where the tool is going to be fixed, or the mid of the machine we are calling it as a machine origin in the lathe machine. Reference points for milling machine. Okay, so for milling machine, if it is a spindle, the mid of the spindle, the intersection point of the spindle is nothing but the machine origin. The milling cutter end is nothing but the program origin, and the workpiece any one edge point is known as a part origin. Now coming to the type of CNC codes. So there are mainly two types of codes are used in the this CNC. One is known as a preparatory codes, one is known as a miscellaneous codes. Preparatory codes are known as a G codes and miscellaneous codes are known as a M codes. So just there are many number of codes are used as a G codes and M codes, and most important we have discussed here. So we'll discuss one by one, carefully understand how these preparatory codes are going to be used. So common G codes. G00. G00 stands for rapid reverse. G00 stands for rapid reverse, means fast movement of the tool. G00 means fast movement of the tool. G01 linear interpolation. Linear interpolation means slow movement of the tool. Slow movement of the tool. G02 circular interpolation clockwise, moving the tool clockwise. Slow moving of the tool clockwise is known as a G02. G03 counterclockwise, circular motion counterclockwise. G04 dwell. Dwell means it is a non-cutting option, non-cutting of a tool. Just the tool is going to be stopped at a position known as a dwell. G20, G21. G20 stands for input values in inches G21 stands for input values in millimeter. So whenever you are writing the program, the x and y values you are going to be give 20, 30. So if you are giving in inches, you should mention G20. If all the dimensions are in mm, it is stands for G21. Always we are going to be refer G21 as a input specified values in terms of a millimeter. G28 reference point. So after completion of the work this operation, the tool is going to be moved to the its reference point, that is nothing but the G28. Okay, once again I will just repeat: G00 fast movement of the tool, G01 slow movement of the tool, G02 clockwise circular motion, G03 counterclockwise circular motion, and G04 dwell, G20 inches, input values in inches, G21 input in millimeter, G28 reference point. Now G33 stands for the thread cutting operation, G41, 42, these are compensation, cutter offset compensation for surface. So cutter offset compensation is nothing but whenever you are using the tool continuously, the tool get wears. So we have to give some compensation. Otherwise, machine should not understood the length of the tool. So by continuously working, the length of the tool may be decreases or the diameter of the tool may be decreases. So we have to give that compensation. Then only the perfect cut is going to be happen. That so one this setup for left setup, if it is there, that is for G41, and for the right setup it is G42. G54 work offset. So it is very important. So at the beginning of the program you have to mention this work offset. So work offset is nothing but, so whenever you are starting the this turning or milling on a CNC, so you have to give the work offset, so that the tool wherever it is there, means it may be in the tool changer or it may be in the some other position, it should take the position near to the workpiece. So that is nothing but the work offset. G90, G91, these are the two important G codes, whatever we discussed in the last: absolute coordinate system, incremental coordinate system. G90 stands for absolute coordinate system, G91 stands for incremental coordination system. Okay. Now coming to the M codes. So the question may be asked, what are the G codes and what are the M codes? See, G codes are related to the movement of the tool, and M codes are related to the machine or machine spindle or totally machine, right? So M00 program stop, M01 optional stop. This is the program stop, this is the optional stop. If you want to change the any inputs, you may stop the program in between, that is the M01. M02 optional end, you can end the program at the middle, right? M03 spindle start rotation clockwise. So to start the workpiece, sorry, to start the spindle, if you want to rotate the spindle in the clockwise direction, then M03 is going to be used. M04 counterclockwise movement of the spindle. M05 spindle stop, after the completion of work you have to stop the spindle. M06 M06 is nothing but tool change. If you want to change the tool for the different operation, M06 is used. M07 mist coolant, that is it is consisting of a fluid and some ingredients. M08 this is flood coolant. M09 coolant off, and M30 it is a program end. So with this I conclude this portion, and next portion is that CNC part programming we will consider.